How my beautiful Leo Sun Moon Rising. Welcome to Jupiter. I'm XLvijoon and I'm very excited to tap into your current energies. We want to let the cards shed light on any mystery, seeking light, divination, and clarity. Let's begin. Let's get you an angel guide oracle card for my beautiful Leo. So, Sun, there it is. Self-acceptance. Self-acceptance. This is absolutely beautiful energy, Leo. So you are coming into a time of reflection, appreciation for yourself. Sometimes that occurs after we've been dealing with situations that are, Tower Empress, beneath our own sense of self-worth. And because they had to crumble, had to end. Sometimes we just, go with the flow and endure situations, but once we've outgrown them, they crumble. So you're showing up as the King of Pentacles in the reverse, crossed by the Five of Pentacles. So there's a situation that's kind of left you feeling out in the cold, and you have withdrawn your kind of your commitment to it, or you're realizing this is something that you don't want to invest in. A cycle that hadn't closed out properly. So we have crowning energy. We'll probably put the judgment in the past with the world. We've got the crowning energy of the Hierophant, and supported by the Lovers. Going forward, we have the Nine of Wands. It jumped out sideways. So you will be deliberating quite significantly whether or not you take on the burden. So in the past situation, we've had a situation that didn't really close out properly. There was a return into like a cycle that you thought had ended, didn't end appropriately or didn't end fully. So there was a return there. Judgment card in reverse. It's something that didn't go very well. So you either didn't want to entertain it, or it was just reminding you again that it's not going to go the way you wanted it to go. So this cycle that was not closing out really made you kind of question your sense of commitment, what you see as something that you want to commit to, where you feel obligated. There's the sense of kind of institution, what's expected of you, and this is the energy around you. So there's actually some supportive energies for you to make that choice, to really kind of go with what you think is aligned with you, and you are really coming into sort of alignment. Your masculine and your feminine energies within you are being balanced out, and whenever we get to that point, we attract that soulmate that also has theirs balanced out as well. So this is what's supporting you. So as you're showing up as the King of Pentacles in reverse against the Five of Pentacles, there was a situation, and this could have been the previous cycle that never closed out, that still always had you feeling kind of like left out in the cold and left like you don't belong, and this is not the sense of commitment that you felt. So you were strongly committed to a situation that wasn't giving you back that level of commitment. And so you're really you're feeling this quite clearly at the moment, and it is questioning you. It's making you question whether or not you should commit to this, and whether or not you are actually viewing things that require your commitment in the way that is best for you, because what you're evaluating at the moment is what's best for you. It was a situation that made you question yourself, because there was a level of rejection, something that you considered rejection, even though it was there for your own protection, but it made you kind of look at yourself negatively. It brought out all your deepest insecurities and fears. And once they come up to the surface, we're actually not so afraid of them, and we just look at them and we go, you know what, it is what it is. This is how I am. This is who I am. This is my skin color. This is my hair color. This is my height. This is my weight. This is it, you know. And while there's always something we can do to improve ourselves and set ourselves goals and, you know, be happy, healthy, wealthy, there is still this innate kind of need to accept ourselves the way we are. And once we accept ourselves the way we are not fighting to accept ourselves through sort of a sense of perfectionism. And so getting to that point sometimes is a level of confusion involved, but it is essential to really, and you've learned this, to really accept yourself just the way you are. The person that loves you will love you for just the way you are. And you're realizing, looking back, that, you know, where there was love and there was commitment in the past, you know that you were still the very same person that you were. And just because things don't work out, just because people go in different directions and have other karmic contracts that they, they need to play out themselves. And so just because a cycle no longer repeats or has to end does not mean that this is a reflection on you. You know, in fact, it means that you're ready for the next level, for the next challenge, for the next union. And so this might be a Leo who is battling sort of their level of their sense of loyalty. And my beautiful Leos, you know, as all of us, our strengths are our weaknesses at the same time. And you know, your strength is your devotion, your loyalty. Somebody who has your beautiful heart is very, very fortunate. At the same time, this sense of loyalty that we sometimes have can put a burden on us, because how long is a piece of string? How long do we sit in there for? How long do we show our loyalty? When do we expect for something in return? How long do we take on burdens for others? And what is a good friendship? You know, how much do we have to endure? And you're starting to realize that by accepting yourself for who you are, there is no need for you to prove anything to anybody, let alone yourself. You don't have to prove to yourself that you're an amazing person. You just know it, that you are. And there are some boundaries in place that help you to maintain this level of, you know, self-love. And somebody who is continuously, you know, essentially killing themselves to support others, or you know, having this sense of loyalty and devotion to situations that are not bringing in any kind of support in return, you know, that is going to really deplete your energies. So ahead of you is this sideways Nine of Wands. You're really looking at, what am I going to carry? Why? And the stronger you feel about yourself, the stronger you you know, have this sense of loyalty towards yourself now, the more you're going to be able to say no. It's saying no is difficult for somebody here. In fact, it's not even that you're asked. You just take it on. You know, you kind of, you know, it's almost like you're not punishing yourself, but you're putting yourself in this sphere of deserving, you know, and you feel that you're only deserving if you take on. But really, you know, as I said before, there's a message here for somebody to look back in the past when you had this beautiful union. And even though it might not be in your sphere anymore, and this is not something that you're choosing or they're choosing to repeat, there is no commitment there, and you do feel left out in the cold. But think of the time when there was commitment there. Think of the love that you had for this person and the love that they had for you. Was it dependent on any of your insecurities, or was it just dependent on the right time, the right place? the right effort. So, you know, putting in sort of the, you know, the acceptance, accepting ourselves often helps us to accept what's going on around us and surrender. And you have this beautiful energy coming towards you, a soulmate that really gets you, really, really gets you. And this is something you want to open yourself up to. And while you do that, you realize, oh, that soulmate won't be asking me to do X, Y, and Z for them and jump through hoops. They'll just accept me for who I am. Why? Because I am accepting myself for who I am. You get what you are. And therefore you're really going into this beautiful energy that's right. Commitment is not always the right thing when it comes to things externally to you. Commitment to yourself is the first step of self-acceptance, self-love, self-care, self-respect, and it brings in all these energies that match that. So you're getting yourself into really, really strong energy. It will feel like night and day, night and day. You no longer feel like you're out in the cold because you're actually taking yourself in. This is absolutely beautiful, Leo. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy with the collective, and also for your likes and subscribes and supporting the channel. I really appreciate you. And I will see you next week. Take it as it comes.